Midjourney is an incredible tool that can produce a lot of great images. Though I'm seeing a lot of images that I've created here, the great thing about this and what it is software that produces AI text to image services is that it can do incredible types of design from its library, from its database, from open source, and all sorts of images and all sorts of tech. This is not just limited to working with architecture. Of course, it can do images, it can do 2D, 3D designs. It can even sort of generate things that you wouldn't have even expected. So the benefit of this software is definitely knowing what you're doing when you're creating, and that's what we're going to be looking at in this course. We're going to go ahead and start by really just going toward the base of Midjourney, getting it installed, and seeing what it can provide for you. The homepage is not that clear as it talks about code. However, you'll see like a couple different links. What you're really going to be looking for is a sign-in, and currently the options for Midjourney are going to be going through a Discord, which you'll be signing up for and logging in. However, you also will have the options for membership. And so for myself, I now see that the beta program is actually closed, but there's a paid membership for really participating. However, it does really great, so it's even worth even if it's for a short period to get involved. You'll have like your Midjourney login where you see images that you've rendered. You can rate images. You also have access to the community. The base of Midjourney is actually going to be through Discord. We'll go over an interview of that so you can get started and get some progress with your Midjourney workflow. So this is the Midjourney Discord. This is going to be where you're going to start to see others and the communities as well as the resources, sort of like a web interface, however, based off Discord. And if you've never used Discord before, the thing you're going to see is that there are pretty much information places as well as interaction places. And there's a bot that actually responds. That's actually how you put in your prompts to get your images. And you actually, in this process, also get to see a community of other people, which is actually pretty helpful. So of course you can get your info, basic announcement, status, rules, getting started. You can get support, but the place that's really directed for people who are just new to Midjourney is going to be the newbies forum. And as you can see pretty much what people do to get pretty much an image. They just put in sort of some words. However, the thing about it is to get those words to get things you want, and the way you're going to do that is using prompts. And it's going to be the way that you can actually be looking as you research what to do. I'm going to go down through a little bit more of the features here, just so you'll see that there's a lot of different things that are, useful to explore. However, the things you're going to mostly be doing is work with prompts, and you actually don't have the prompt here. Your prompts are going to be pretty much open source unless you pay a much higher fee. So just be noted about that. In the prompt window, as we're looking down here, you see there's already a bit of a apostrophe, a exclamation mark down here over the cursor. And you also see the ability to upgrade, share your membership, or put in different types of images. And when we go to start our app, pretty much seeing our text images, we're going to be going through that. Before going to our renders, we'll also definitely look at some of the other different options where you can show members, you can actually make friends. So currently, I don't have too many connections, but you can be saving some of the things that you see. You can connect. These are actually called threads. You also can click on like messages you have right here. This is your direct messages. This is actually just a Midjourney thread. If you get to another smaller thread, this is where you can have friends and also be making message with others in the forum. You also have the ability to look at your account. And again, this is the Discord connection to the home page. So let's get started and do our first Midjourney prompt. So we're going to start with a Midjourney prompt in the form, and we're just going to start by typing \. So what you see when you type on \, you see like several different options. You have the ability to change your settings, to describe something, and it will write a prompt for you. You also can blend to images or imagine. Imagine is the typical use for text to image. And you also have the ability to look at answers or daily theme. And what happens when you put this in here, for instance, if we start with imagine, which is the most common one. You could also just type in imagine, it will create this. You could say something very simple like imagine, and you just say simple house, rectangular house, with glass windows and stone base. And you would just sort of see this maybe as a massing instead in a sunny suburban plaza. And what you see is it'll immediately tell you that it's going to be working. It'll tell you that it's waiting to start. It'll identify your name as well as the image. And so the idea is Midjourney works in a queue. So you'll be seeing other people's images going through, and we'll talk about exactly what comes back and what you can do with it from this point. So you can see it's gone through my image. It's giving me like this sort of blurry thing. That means it's working on what we talked about. And as I sort of scroll down, you can see there's nothing at the bottom. You see other things in other people's images. That's because it's still working. You see the percentages on almost 100, and so it's sort of been running and rendering. So now you see images that look pretty done, but it's actually in 4 parts. That's because there's a 1, 2, 3, 4 relationship. And you have the ability to use these U panels or these V panels. U panels are going to let you upscale this image so you can download it. When you click on that, it will just go into a new job, and it's actually running. So you click on it, you can click open in browser, and you actually can save that in this nice normal render. It's just very simple. But you can also come back, and in your Discord, what you can do now with this image is also upscale it even more. You can zoom out. You actually can also move up, down, etc. And the thing that you can do, of course, in terms of going backwards, you also can just vary some of the images that you had generated. For instance, if I wanted more of a perspective view instead of just a front-on view, I could be clicking on maybe V4 to give me some variations of that image, and it will go to the bottom because that's the one that it's been working on. Now just make sure that it's going through and going in here. Let me see here. And we just want to make sure, as you can see, when we click on any of these, it has to make sure that it's going, and it talks about the message. What you can do is go to the message, and it talks that it's actually in process right here. So that's great that you can just click on that and see that going through. And the idea is it's going in variation, and you can see the terms of it. So now you see a whole new set, and I actually press it twice. So again, it's good to always have a little bit of patience to sort of see what's going on. But it's still, because of the AI generation, it is going to be actually producing different results. These are also very nice. Again, like if I wanted something along this line, it's nice to get an image just in general. However, what if we want to have a little more specificity? So, and also, since this is actually a public thread where everyone sort of sees the image, what if we want to do it a little more privately? Well, that is the option for actually talking directly to the Midjourney bot, which you can do by clicking on Midjourney. And though it's still open source unless you have paid the extra fee, the idea is you can always just get started by talking to the AI in a direct message here. And I actually have several projects I've worked on, and we're going to go through our own sort of starting to finish method of just generating some images from here. As we go a little bit deeper, there's a actual diagram I have for how do you create more specific prompts.